Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, testing. Good evening,
Apparently
Mary.
it works.
How about me?
Testing, testing.
Welcome to the City of Warren Planning Commission meeting, April 7th, 2025. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Commissioner Ansar,
Present.
Commissioner Duze,
Present.
Commissioner Halawadi,
Present.
Commissioner Hawk,
Present.
Commissioner Chowdhury,
Present.
Commissioner Morris present, Commissioner Benecki,
Present.
Commissioner Smith.
Present. Item number 4, approval of the agenda.
Commissioner Chair, I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Support Maury.
There was a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Maury. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Number 5, approval of the minutes of March 24th, 2025.
Motion to approve the minutes, Maury.
Support Commissioner Chowdhury.
That was the motion by Commissioner Maury, supported by Commissioner Chowdhury. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I don't know if our ex-officials are here tonight, so we'll welcome them if they show up. Item number 6A.
Item number 6A, request to vacate public utility easement, vacate the existing north/south 12 feet public utility easement abutting lots 19 through 22 of Carrefour subdivision located between Markham Avenue and Miller Drive, 31925 Van Dyke Avenue, Section 4, Nick Lovedas Self-Storage LLC, PEV 2500001. Thank you.
Thank you. Is petitioner here this evening? Yes. Good evening, sir. You want to tell us a little bit about the project?
Good evening, Robert Kirk, 19500 Hall Road, Clinton Township. Here on behalf of Mr. Lobdus, who owns the old Pampa Lanes. That's going to be a Sheets. As you know, you approved the site plan there. Doing our title work, we found there was an easement that ran behind the building, which actually we're not going to build on, but it's a vacant easement. There's nothing there. So they want to go through and clean that off of title before they proceed with any further construction. The easement where it stands right now will be behind the parking lot by the pond, so there's no effect, but we just want to clean up title, so we want to move to vacate it and request your recommendation to City Council for that.
Thank you, sir. Correspondence?
Taxes, current engineering. Preliminary review of this site yielded no comments from the engineering division. Water. Attached are the sanitary and water maps for the properties on Van Dyke between Markham and Miller Drive. If there is a 12-feet easement, it looks as if water is clear. However, our sanitary is not clear, and I would not suggest vacating the public utility easement as we will need access to the sanitary manholes. AT&T. AT&T does not object to the outright vacation of this utility easement. Comcast. Comcast has area facilities along the southern, east, and west easement as long as the proposed north and south vacation does not cross within it. Comcast has no objection to the proposal. Please refer to the attached map for the location of Comcast CATV/fiber facilities. Aerial cables are highlighted in orange for fiber and yellow for coax cable. Underground is highlighted in blue for fiber and green for coax cable. If we can be of further assistance, please feel free to contact us by email at cccutilityrequest@teamsigma.com. MCPWO. The Macomb Public Works Office has reviewed the request to vacate the public utility easement at the address referenced above and has determined this request has no effect on any county assets and therefore have no objection to vacate the existing easement. MDA. It appears all work is outside of MDA, ROW, no concerns. Thank you.
Thanks, Madam Secretary. Planning Department's recommendation?
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. The recommendation is as follows. It is recommended that the 12-foot wide north-south public utility easement abutting lots 19 through 22 of Carrefour subdivision located between Mirtham Ave and Miller Drive be vacated, subject to the petitioner complying with the conditions imposed as follows. Number one, the Land Division Act includes various procedures pertaining to the amendment of plats, and the petitioner is responsible for complying with any further procedures as may be necessary under the Michigan Land Division Act, MCL 560.221, to complete the vacation. Number 2, a relocation plan would be required if there are any affected utilities within the easement area that are to be relocated. If applicable, the relocation plan shall be completed and a copy of the plan provided to the planning department. Condition number 3, the existing recorded 60-foot wide sanitary sewer underlying easement that runs along the south 60 feet of the property shall remain in effect. There is an existing 60-inch sanitary sewer that crosses the area of the 12-foot wide north-south public utility easement. Condition number 4, approval is obtained from City Council. The petitioner must complete the conditions within 2 years or the approval by City Council shall automatically be revoked. Number 5, the petitioner must provide the Planning Department with documentation indicating that all conditions as assigned are completed. The department that the department then notifies the city clerk that a certified copy of the resolution shall be recorded with the Macomb County Register of Deeds. And number 6, a complaint must be filed by the petitioner in circuit court to vacate the public utility easement. As part of the proceedings in circuit court, a new revised subdivision plat must be prepared reflecting the changes. The revised plat shall be recorded with the Macomb County Register of Deeds. As an alternative, the petitioner may, by non-judicial process, relinquish the public utility easement by written agreement between certain affected parties. A copy of the court order of relinquishment and the recorded documents must be provided to the Planning Department, Assessing Department, Department of Law, Building Division, and the City Clerk. And so with that, Mr. Chair, the recommendation is submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Worth. This is a public hearing. If there's anyone who'd like to come up and speak on this item, please state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Seeing none, we'll turn it over to the commission.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve this public utility easement per the recommendations of staff.
Thank you.
I second that motion.
There's a motion by Mr. Duzay, supported by Commissioner Halawadi. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, first of all, Mr. Worth, did we catch this after all this, or? I'm glad we caught it, let's put it that way.
Well, there was nothing to catch. It's just part of the old plat. And it was on the plan, that plan that you, I don't know if you see it on your monitor, but
Right.
That's an overlay that we've showed where this exists. And at the time that they came through, that is Sheets, they left it on the plan. There wasn't much thought about it. We questioned it. They didn't really have a problem with it there at the time. And so we approved the plan. And now they've come back and it's become a minor issue, but they'd like to clear it. I think primarily so other utilities won't use it
Okay.
behind the building itself and at the top of the rim of that detention pond. So they'd like to if you see it on your monitor in red, that'll be eliminated. That's the whole
Well, I
12-footer.
think it's a good idea that we're doing this
Yeah.
now versus later, at a later date or otherwise. That's it. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak on this item? To the petitioner, can you come up a minute, please? I'm glad this got brought before us, so it'll eliminate any problems in the future.
Yes, we knew about it when we first got our title work, but we wanted to get through site plan and then
Okay.
take care of it.
So I'm glad that we got everything cleared up on that. So, that was the motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Halawadi. Roll call.
Commissioner Duzay,
Yes.
Commissioner Halawadi,
Yes.
Commissioner Ansar,
Yes.
Commissioner Hawk,
Yes.
Commissioner Chowdhury,
Yes.
Commissioner Mori votes yes, Commissioner Benecki,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith.
Yes to approve. Good luck with your
Thank
project,
you very
sir.
much.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Item number 6B,
Item number 6B, revised site plan for a residential triplex dwelling building located on the south side of 11 Mile Road, approximately 671.6 feet west of Mount Road, 12-20-227-001, 11 Mile Road, Section 20, Ginkgo Property Group, MD Hawk, PSP 230026. This was originally approved on August 21st, 2023, as a residential fourplex dwelling building. Thank you.
thank you. Is the petitioner here this evening? Good evening, sir. You want to tell us a little bit about your project?
Good evening. Warren, Planning Commission members, present fellow neighbors and concerned residents. My name is MD Hawk. I represent Ginkgo Property Group. We are the developer proposing the residential project located on the south side of 11 Mile Road, just west of Mound Road, past 696 Service Drive. The stretch of 11 Mile is relatively quiet with minimal through traffic, making an ideal location for thoughtful residential development. This area is predominantly residential, although our parcel is currently zoned commercial. By proposing a residential use, we are actually aligning more closely with the existing characters of the neighborhood, effectively maintaining the status quo. We've worked closely with the City of Warren Planning Department to ensure the best possible use for our land. Our proposal is for triplex, townhouse-style residential development. Each unit will feature 3-bedroom, 2-bath, in-unit laundry, and attached 2-car garage, plus 3 additional off-street parking space with a dedicated approach from 11 Mile Road. These modern, well-designed homes will blend seamlessly with the surrounding neighborhood with ample parking and garage included. The development will not place any additional traffic burden on the nearby side street. Moreover, the project includes extensive landscaping and green space, enhancing the aesthetics appeal of the area and contributing positively to the city's appearance. Importantly, the building footprint covers only 24% of the lot, leaving generous space for recreational and landscape area for future residents. This is a unique corner lot bordered north by 11 Mile Road, to the west by Blackmore Avenue, to the east by a vacant parcel, and to the south by a 20-foot public alley. Because this natural separation, our development will maintain ample distance from the neighborhood properties, ensuring that it does not obstruct anyone's existing views, space, access, or enjoyment of their property. In fact, in August 2023, as said here, this commission approved a 4-unit development on this same lot. What we were presenting tonight is a refined and improved version of the plan, reducing it to 3-unit to better align with feedback and community compatibility. In summary, this proposed project is thoughtfully designed, architecturally appealing, well-suited to the location, and will transform an underutilized lot into a beautiful, vibrant residential space. This development will not only increase the neighborhood's safety actively through occupancy, but it'll also elevate property value and enhance the visual characteristics of the area. While we acknowledge that few variants will be needed, tonight we're here respectfully requesting your approval to move forward with this exciting beneficial project. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Correspondence?
Correspondence, taxes, current engineering. Number one, site plan shall show the location of all existing and proposed underground utilities, including their size, material type, connection, and discharge point in the vicinity of the project. Number two, drive approach on 11 Mile Road shall comply with the current City of Warren specification. Number three, dumpster pad shall be minimum of 8 feet concrete. 4, soil erosion and sedimentation control permit or waiver shall be required from Macomb County Department of Public Works. AT&T. AT&T does not object to the revised plan. We do have facilities in the ROW, but they should not be affected. Comcast. Comcast has facilities in the area, but no conflicts are anticipated. MCPWO. The Macomb County Public Works Office has reviewed the site plan for the project referenced above and has determined this site is not under the jurisdiction of MCPWO. This portion of 11 Mile Road is under the jurisdiction of City of Warren. Should the City of Warren require a no objection letter from this office, please reach out to Wes Jonick at wesley.jonick@macombgov.org or 586-469-5961. MDOT. This project is not adjacent to an MDOT road, so no concerns. Thank you.
Thanks, Madam Secretary. Planning Department's recommendation?
It is recommended that the revised site plan for a residential triplex dwelling building be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission, and more specifically, 1A, provide the zoning R1P, one-family residential and parking district for the parcel south of the public alley. 1B, several dimensions on the site plan are not scaling to the dimension listed on the plan. The plan preparer shall verify all the dimensions labeled on the site plan. The plan indicates the building 60 feet wide, however, it's scaling at 57 feet. The rear 50-foot width is scaling at 48 feet. The parking spaces are scaling at 9 feet by 18 feet, not 10 by 20 as indicated. Additionally, with the current configuration, there will only be adequate space for 2 parallel parking spaces. 1C, a note shall be provided stating all lighting on the site shall be shielded and not encroach upon abutting properties. The light fixtures, pole, and base shall be no higher than 20 feet as measured from the top of the light fixture to the bottom of the base at ground level. All glare shall be eliminated from all light fixtures. Upward directed lighting shall not be permitted. 1D, although an 8-foot wide greenbelt or 6-foot high brick embossed concrete wall is not required for the proposed parking lot per zoning, planning staff recommends the petitioner may in the future want to consider additional screening in the form of an opaque privacy fence along the east property line to shield the lights from the vehicles that would be directed east. The plan indicates a 13-foot wide lawn area and 3 honey locust trees, which will provide some of that screening. Number 2, the following variances are recommended by the planning staff and may need to be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals prior to the release of the site plan to the Building Division. 2A, allow a multifamily dwelling, 3 units, triplex, and a C2 zone, that's a use variance. 2B, allow a lot area of 12,600 square feet when 17,200 square feet is required. 2C, construct a multifamily dwelling 24 feet from the front, that's Blackmar Avenue, setback when 35 feet is required. Let's see. And we just said note, if approved, the revised site plan shall contain the variances granted by the Zoning Board of Appeals. So that would be a note on the revised site plan upon approval. And number 3, and there's a change here, a performance bond in the amount of $13,500 be posted according to the estimated cost of $450,000 by the petitioner. And this ends the recommendation.
Thanks, Ms. Michelle. This is a public hearing. If anyone would like to speak on this item, please come forward, state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to make your comments.
Good evening. Stephen Yachty, 26703 Blackmar Avenue. We're a residential area, and we're just now, within the last couple of years, starting to see more families move into our neighborhood. We're seeing more young children that are out playing, and it's a great revitalization for the neighborhood. If you go one block east, you're at a commercial development. It's primarily medical, but there's a lot of vacant property there. And if you go east on the other side of Mound, it's all commercial and industrial. I'd like to keep this area residential. And I think that the proposal that's on the table right now supports that and supports our view. That's what I'm looking to do as a resident in that area. I don't want commercial businesses in my neighborhood any closer than they are right now. So if we have a chance to build our neighborhood back to where it should be and what we want it to be, I'd ask for your vote of confidence in this proposal. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Does anyone else like to speak on this project?
Good evening, Honorable Board Commissions. My name is Alan Johnson, 26719 Blackmar. Warren resident since 1972, Warren homeowner since 1985, Warren homeowner on Blackmar since 2009. I'm in support of this project. If you check the records, it was zoned, I don't know if it currently is, commercial. Commercial would not be an enhancement to the area, it would be a detriment. Any housing would be greatly appreciated, especially in the city of Warren. And this type, as the previous neighbor stated, would be great for families to come in and start. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Does anyone else like to come up and speak on this item?
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
I did receive a letter from one of the neighbor that couldn't make it to the meeting.
Oh, okay.
So if
Go
I
ahead.
may. To City of Warren Planning Commission, my name is Kamal Arthur, and I live at 26735 Blackmar Avenue, Warren, Michigan, 48091. I received the notice regarding the proposed development at the corner of 11 Mile Road and Blackmar, but I was unable to attend the Planning Commission meeting. I'd like to take a moment to share my full support for the proposal. That lot has been vacant for as long as I can remember. Although it's currently zoned commercial, I believe a residential development would be a much better fit for our neighborhood. Our area is predominantly residential, and maintaining that character is important to many of us who live here. A well-planned residential project would not only complement the surrounding homes, but also improve the overall appearance and value of the area. I appreciate your time and hope the proposal is approved in alignment with the community's best interest. Sincerely, Kamal Arturki. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Being no one else has any discussion, turn it over to the commission.
Commissioner Chair, I make a motion to approve with discussion.
Support, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Duzay. Go ahead.
Okay, can I have the petitioner step forward, please? Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, I've driven by that many times. I do think it would be a good use of this vacant land. I agree with the residents that they do not need any more industrial or small factories or anything placed there. But just one quick question. Do you have any problems or with any of the recommendations with that our planning department recommended to be done before building?
No problems.
We're none of this with the
No
recommendations.
problems. Just a few stuff Michelle brought out. It's a scaling thing. We had to revise it a few times, so the architect must have mistaken. We'll get that corrected, and we don't have any problem building that opaque fence later on.
Oh, you have no problem with the fencing?
No problem.
Sounds like a good idea to me, too. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Commissioner Chair, I'm finished. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, while the petitioner is still here, a couple of things. How many square feet are these units going to be?
Each unit will be roughly around 13 to 1,400 square feet.
Okay, and the attached garages and so on.
Correct.
I think having this as a residential is ideal, especially for this area. I'm actually surprised it was zone C2. But, that being said, if I can make a comment to the residents that are here, you will probably get notice as far as, the zoning board of appeals, to change the zoning from C2 to residential. My suggestion would be to definitely attend that meeting, because he can't do it if it's still C2. But, I live on, at 11 and Ryan, so I've been past this, God only knows how many times. Matter of fact, I used to stand on the corner of 11 and Mound and wait for the Chicago Road bus to go to school in Hamtramck. But that being said, I think this is a terrific idea for the area especially. We don't need any more commercial development in that area anyway. There's enough noise from the freeway and the Mound and everything else, so I agree with the residents, and I commend you for doing this project in this area as a residential development. So thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir. Mary? No? No? Okay. Sorry about that. Any other person want to have a discussion on this item? To the petitioner. Can you come up, please? I'm glad we finally have something that's going to be looking nice on that corner.
Absolutely, sir.
And I'm glad that the neighbors are good with it and everything else, so good luck with your project.
Thank you.
That was a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Duzay. Roll call.
Commissioner Halawadi?
Most definitely, yes.
Commissioner Duzay?
Yes.
Commissioner Ansar?
Yes.
Commissioner Hawk?
Yes.
Commissioner Chowdhury?
Yes.
Commissioner Mori votes yes. Commissioner Benecki?
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes to approve. Good luck with your project, sir. It's gonna be nice seeing it there.
Go to the ZBA meeting.
Item number 7, correspondence.
Updated Planning Department fee schedule approved by City Council on March 25, 2025.
Need a motion to receive and file.
Motion to receive and file, Commissioner Chowdhury.
I second that motion.
There's a motion by Commissioner Chowdhury, supported by Commissioner Halawadi. Roll call.
Commissioner Chowdhury?
Yes.
Commissioner Halawadi?
Yes.
Commissioner Ansar?
Yes.
Commissioner Duzay?
Yes.
Commissioner Hawk?
Yes.
Commissioner Mori votes yes. Commissioner Benecki?
Yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes to receive and file. Item number 8, old business.
Item number 8, site plan for new 37 District Courthouse Building, Downtown Center, Gateway Neighborhood. Located on east side of Kennedy Circle between Common Road and Court Street, 8300 Common Road and 29900 Civic Center Drive, Section 10. City of Warren, DOA, Police, and Court. Tom Bomarito, PSP 230010. This was approved on May 8, 2023. Petitioner is requesting a 2-year extension to May 8, 2027. Thank you.
Thank you. Is the petitioner here?
Good evening, Planning Commission. My name is Nekatari Ross. I'm the 37th District Court Administrator Magistrate. We were before the Planning Commission in May of 2023. The architect from BKV presented a beautiful presentation with the building and all the details. They've been working hard, the architects. We've been through the pre-design and the design development stage. And so once we reached that stage, then there was the estimation of costs. And then we're working with the city, because the financing is something that is always a challenge. It's a very expensive endeavor. There were, for the planning commissioners that were here when they gave the presentation, everything was considered, all issues, making sure that the building was designed for safety, security, the building's obsolete, to make sure that it's accessible to everybody. The current building has many, many challenges, and so all those considerations were addressed, and right now we're just working with the city to figure out in bond council how we can finance the building, so we need some more time to do that. And that's why we're asking for an extension of the site plan.
Thank
We have-
you.
And we have support from the administration, city council, and the residents, so it's really nice. It's been positive. Everybody wants to do it. We just have to figure out how to pay for it.
All right, thank you. Is there any correspondence with this? No. No? Planning director, have any type of recommendation or anything, or you want to talk about it, or?
Yeah, my recommendation is to approve it.
Short and sweet, that's what I like. I need a motion.
Mr. Chairman, after that eloquent beginning from Mr. Worth, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the extension. And I've got a question on it further down.
Support.
That was a motion by Commissioner Tuesday, supported by Commissioner Ansar, to approve it for a 2-year extension. Roll call.
Mr. Chairman, if I can, I've got one
ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
Who's got the plans for this? Does the city, do we have a copy of the plan at the department? I hope. No, I wasn't
We
here in
have-
'23.
We have a file and plans that were approved by the city here, and
Okay, so stopping
Right.
in and taking a look at that is not a problem.
yeah.
That's
by
all I
all
want to
means.
know. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
You're welcome. Thanks for bringing it up.
Okay.
Like I said, that was a motion by Commissioner Tuesday, supported by Commissioner Ansar. Roll call for a 2-year extension.
Commissioner Duzey,
Yes.
Commissioner Ansar,
Yes.
Commissioner Halawadi,
Yes.
Commissioner Hawk,
Yes.
Commissioner Chowdhury,
Yes.
Shmurry votes yes. Commissioner Benecki,
Yes to the
Commis-
2-year extension.
Commissioner Smith.
Yes to approve the 2-year extension to May 8th, 2027. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
Commission.
Be looking to see it come up.
Nice to see you.
Yeah,
Nice
I
to
know
see
you'll
the
be happy
commission.
working in the new building.
We can't wait. Thank you.
Good, thank you, you're welcome. Have a good evening, have a nice holiday. Item number 9, bond release, seeing none. Item number 10, new business, seeing none. Item number 11, citizen participation. Does anyone like to come up and speak? State your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak.
Yeah, Steve Hunyadi, 26703 Blackmar Avenue. I spoke earlier, and I just want to say thank you very much to the commission members for approving this. It really does keep our neighborhood a neighborhood, and that's what we're looking to do. We got families that are moving in, like I said, with kids. So, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Have a good evening. Okay. Seeing no other citizen participation. Item number 12, Planning Commission business. 12A, Planning Director's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And this is just the usual, going through the last couple weeks of my activities. And part of last week, I wasn't here. I was pretty ill, but I've gotten over that. But needless to say, we've had a couple events. I mean, I stopped at, I was in with the city council meeting in which they didn't ask for my opinion. They just approved the fees automatically, so there was no particular problem at all with that. We had a meeting on the 26th, March 26th, and that was about a conditional rezoning on the corner of DeQuinder and John B. That's down in the southeast corner of the city, and it's was an old flea market and a market and all this type of thing. It's part of, if you look in the master plan, it's a redevelopment area proposal type of thing. So we had quite a discussion with, we believe, the new owner, and we'll see how that all works out. I hope this person does get it rezoned, and they can do quite a bit in that corner of our world, so to speak. I attended ESRI, GIS type work with the staff in the morning and afternoon of 3rd, and that was pretty interesting, and we're going to move forward with that rapidly in the planning department. What else? Excuse me, on the 4th, there was discussion about rezoning with conditions altogether, and the process and procedure. We did that with Ms. Michaels, and it's not disjointed, it's just that where things fall. There's an agreement involved, there's this, there's that, and so we want to make it clear and make it clear for the public when they come in for this type of rezoning. And let me see. That's basically all I have, other than I did have passed out to you, the commission, this what I call a response letter. You'll have it in front of you. This came out, I believe, on the 10th. Came to the Planning Commission on the 10th from Sharkey Haddad of the Chaldean Commerce Group, and they had an opinion about the planning staff. And it took me a while to get around to this. I apologize for that, but I wanted to answer his questions. I don't usually do this, but this was directed directly to you all, and not to me, so to speak, but it involves myself, and it involves my staff and your staff, for that matter. So I'd like to read this, if I'm allowed to. And I'll start with, is that okay for me to read this, Mr. Chair?
Go ahead, Mr. Ward.
All right,
Thank
thank you. Okay, so, this concerns the letter received by the Warren Planning Commission members related to the March 10th, 2025 Planning Commission meeting from Sharkey Haddad, Special Projects Manager, Chaldean American Chamber of Commerce. The above-mentioned letter dated Sunday, March 9th, 2025 at 8:37 p.m. was also CC'd to the mayor, city council, treasurer, city clerk, Eric Hawkins, several known Chaldean Americans, Senator Wayno, and Sarmand Abdal of MSN.com. The purpose, in my opinion, of this letter was to totally discredit the entire planning staff. I have broken down the 2 paragraphs into the complaints that were rendered, 4 in the first paragraph and 3 in the second, as follows with comments. So I'll start with number 1. It says, due to a clear failure among planning staff to share necessary materials with the public, residents, and business owners in advance of the March 10th, 2025 Planning Commission meeting. And the answer to not sharing is the planning staff has been well-trained to answer questions and share necessary materials with the public, including residents, business owners, politicians, ethnic groups, and the governor. Most information is available to the public and is provided by the planning staff. However, two types of information are not available to the public. First, the site plan may be viewed at our public counter with a member of staff present. Anyone may view the document, however, copies of the plan are not available to the public due to the strict laws regarding the subject of copyrights. No pictures may be taken, no copies are made for the public. These are the rules, unless the owner or designer of the site plan releases the site plans to the public after receiving written approval. The second type of information not available to the public are requests for findings and recommendations relating to the proposed changes on a property. This document is considered a fluid document because it represents a product of the planning staff's professional research and results of a decision to approve or deny a site plan. The findings and recommendations only become available to the public when the Planning Commission votes to approve or deny such request. When the meeting is adjourned, the findings and recommendations become available to the public, but only through a FOIA request. Number two, planning staff refused to share any information the staff reports with the public, and the answer to that question was this statement of request was answered in number one in detail. Number three question, not providing information. This is not common practice in the planning field amongst other municipal planning departments throughout the state, and including Mohammed Ayub, Director of the Westland Planning and Building Department. The answer, I have had this discussion with leaders of many municipal planning departments. Once I explained that the respecting copyright laws and are not released, and not releasing a private product of the planning staff until the Planning Commission has issued their decision on the issue, then and only then is the information released, unlike the practice of other municipal planning departments. Okay, their question number 4. This lack of transparency directly undermines the integrity of the planning process and prevents the community from being adequately informed, educated, and prepared to participate in discussions that impact the community. And the answer to that inquiry, the planning staff procedures are extremely transparent, therefore increase the integrity of the planning staff beyond what other municipal planning department procedures are performed. The planning staff utilizes guidelines of the State of Michigan Planning Enabling Acts, performs our duty of notifying the public within 350 feet of a proposed change, and in parentheses, 300 feet is the minimum distance, I might note, well in advance of the date of a public hearing. The public has plenty of time to become educated and be prepared to participate in the discussions of a proposal. Their question number 5, one of the core responsibilities of any planning body is to ensure that the public has the opportunity to review, understand, and provide meaningful input on proposals before the decisions are made, and the answer is the response to number 5 is answered in number 4. Question number 6, the failure to make these materials available contradicts the fundamental principles of planning, public engagement, education, and informed decision-making. And my answer to that is these accusations may be considered ridiculous. Our planning department provides more forums and chances for public hearings on all planning-related subjects than most, if not all, municipal planning departments in the state of Michigan. Most municipalities want to utilize administrative approvals to circumvent public hearings and eliminate public voice. And finally, this was question number 7. Without access to relevant documents, residents and stakeholders are left in the dark, unable to offer constructive feedback or raise legitimate concerns. And my answer to that is the planning staff provides perhaps more information to the public than most municipal planning departments. Planning staff leadership has and will meet with concerned persons prior to a public hearing to help persons better understand a perceived situation. Finally, the responses to the questions, many being redundant and focusing on information not provided until after a public hearing, become available to the public for their review. Always remember that the Planning Commission abides by Robert's Rules of Order, the Commission's bylaws, the zoning ordinance, the master plan, the Open Meetings Act, and the State of Michigan Planning Enabling Acts to guide us all to extremely well-informed decisions. I'm extremely proud of the planning staff's professionalism in working through the process and procedures that all lead us to the right decisions and recommendations. We then pass on this information to the Planning Commission for their well-informed decision-making for the city of Warren. So, Planning Commission, with that, this was my response to this letter received, and we've gotten maybe one in the past 30 years that they said I've been here. I've been here longer, and I hope to continue to do the type of work that I expect of myself and I expect of my staff for this city. So with that, if you have any questions regarding this, I'm glad to answer them.
Thank you, Mr. Worth. I have one question. Do we want to receive and take a vote to receive and file this?
You can receive and file it,
Huh?
unless you have something else you want to do with it.
Chair, I make a motion to receive and file, just with one comment if possible.
Go ahead, Commissioner Holowati.
To Chair Worth,
We
I
got-
commend you
gotta-
for
gotta have
this
a second.
letter.
You need a second?
Oh,
Support.
I'm sorry. I apologize, Chair.
That was a motion by Commissioner Holowati, supported by Commissioner Tuesday. Go ahead, Commissioner
Okay,
Holowati.
as I was going to say, a little bit out of order, I commend you, Mr. Worth, on this professional letter, and I commend the staff for the professionalism, for all, as one of the newcomers on the Planning Commission. The paperwork I get every week is professionally done, and like you said, I'm sure a lot of this information is available ahead of time because I know a lot of these rezonings, and when it's up for rezoning, the people are notified, as like a lot of things when there's something done in my neighborhood, we were notified to come to the meetings, and the possibility and to get all the information. So I commend you for all your hard work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else want to speak?
Mr. Chairman, Director Worth, nice job. Well done, well said. We'll receive and file. There are a number of things that I could suggest we do, but decorum does not allow me to pursue those. So that being said, this is appropriate, and I appreciate you taking the time and the effort to write this, because this really is important to do, especially after a full house screaming for everybody's head and not knowing what the heck they're talking about. Now, the only thing that I circle, Westland Planning and Building Department, it's one department that does both?
What, excuse me?
And number 3, Westland, Director of the Westland Planning and Building Department. Does this mean that Mr. Ayub is director of both?
He had a little, he directed this letter.
Yes, but I'm surprised that they have a planning department and a building department in one, that one department runs them both.
They do. They're a small city on the, west side of southeast Michigan, and he likes, and I'll say this, he likes to make his contacts to other places with his company phone.
Fair enough. I understand. Nice job, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Duzay. Anyone else want to speak on this? Mr. Worth, thank you for putting it together and allowing us to retain our position in what we do and our thinking without being discriminated against.
Thank you very much. I just think we're the best.
Okay, that was a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Duzay, to receive and file. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Item number 12B, Planning Commission discussion and concerns. Anyone? Anyone? Seeing none. Item number 13, calendar of pending matters. Seeing none. Item number 14, motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by
I second that motion.
Commissioner Halawadi. All in favor? Aye. Everyone have a nice Easter. Have a good evening, and thank you.